Is it actually worth it to press that little buy missing ingredients button when you're trying to brew potions, or should you just leave it alone? We're gonna find out. Let's go. Hey there everybody, my name is Zoe, this is Snitches and Witches, and welcome back. It's been a heckin' crazy month, but today we're gonna dive into some of the more hefty research that I've been doing for Harry Potter Wizards Unite, and that is the overall values of all of the potions ingredients. Now, if you haven't watched my video, Is Wizards Unite actually free? I suggest you go and check that out first because it explains a lot of the calculations that I'm going to make here. I realize that for a lot of people, taking a look at a game's microeconomy isn't all that interesting, but if you're like me and you're trying to save as much of that in-game currency as physically possible, then this is the video for you. So welcome, here we're gonna nerd out for a little bit. Ha. So this was not easy. Basically, I had to go into my potions section of the game, and as I ran out of things, carefully record how much each individual item was worth. And then I finally got fed up and just started recording and making calculations based on the differences as I deleted all of the ingredients. So now I need ingredients really bad. It's okay, I've got a greenhouse right there. My greenhouse charm is gonna be on point. This should also help us calculate exactly how much those charms are worth that you can get with your SOS training. So that's gonna be some calculations that I have to run later, so stay tuned for all that. I have set up a Google document with all of this information in it, and of course, as we get more potions, hopefully in the future, I will of course update these values and these rarity tiers, because I realize that as more things come out, these tiers might get shifted a little bit. The rarity tiers are based solely on the gold value, as the rarity of how things are spawning, I believe, is attached to its overall value in gold. We're gonna start out with the most valuable tier. We're gonna call that the S tier, the epic, the legendary tier. Those are the things that are clocking in at 30 gold if you want to buy them from the potions brewing screen. And those are unicorn hair and erumpent horn. Now that shouldn't be of any surprise to anybody. Those are incredibly rare ingredients and hard to come by. What in the world? Did I really put powdered dragon claw in tier B? No. What am I doing with my life? Coming in at tier A, which is everything valued at 10 to 15 gold, Sneezewort, Abraxian hair, and powdered dragon claw. These are in the A tier because those are in the double digits. The rest of these tiers are gonna get a little muddy. Don't worry about it, it's gonna be fine. Then we have our B tier ingredients, and those are gonna be butterscotch, leaping toadstool, and hermit crab shells. Now, hermit crab shell and leaping toadstools, I know both of those are incredibly rare, and yet they only cost 6 gold to purchase, and butterscotch is 8 gold to purchase. And then coming in at the C tier, this is everything that is ranked at about 5 gold to purchase, is going to be valerian root, rune spore eggs, and frog brains. I get a lot of frog brains. Just keeping in mind, some of these only come in at certain times of the day and depending on like your weather and stuff like that. So we still haven't nailed all of that down, but this is purely based on where they sit in when you're going to brew a potion. And then we have our F tiers. These are those basic witches. There's not actually anything wrong with them. Listen, we stand the Snowdrops, we love her, we need her all the time. But, you know, they're kind of everywhere. And these are all the things that only cost 3 gold to replace per unit when you are trying to complete a potion. Angel's Trumpet, Armadillo Bile, Baneberry, Bitter Root, Bobo Tuber Pus, Bulbadox Juice, Dittany, Dragon Liver, Ginger Root, Granian Hair, Ground Scarab, Honey Water, Lavage, Newt Spleen, Re'een Blood, I still don't know, Snowdrop, Sophophorus Bean, Vervian Infusion, and Wormwood. I know for me, Wormwood is sometimes a little hard to come by, Re'een Blood is a little hard to come by, Dittany is occasionally hard to come by. All of that comes down to if you didn't have any of these ingredients at all and you had to replace all of the ingredients for this, is it worth to sit there and brew it? Or is it worth it to just go snag it in the shop? That's where things get slightly more complicated. So if you were out of everything, how much would it cost to brew a particular potion? If you are brewing a BARRUFIOS, it's going to cost you 37 gold. DRAUGHT is going to be 27 gold. Extimula potion, the base, is going to be 12. Healing potion is going to be 21. Invigoration draught, the base, is going to be 21. Potent extimulo is going to be 66. Strong extimulo is going to be 36. Strong invigoration draught is going to be 39. Wit sharpening is going to be 27. Tonic for trace detection is going to clock in at 102. No! If you were to buy a BARRUFIOS out of the shop, it would cost you 100 gold. If you're gonna spend money on it, just spend the money to complete those and just sit there and brew them, because you save 63 gold per potion. 63% savings. Double draft is a little harder. We don't actually have that in the shop as something for purchase. It costs 27 gold to complete. Well, hang on, did they add it recently and I just didn't see? They did add it. I am so wrong. Oh no. Okay, retraction. Zoe's a moron. 100 gold to purchase. Excuse you? Excuse you? If you were to complete it at 27 gold, excuse you? Excuse you. I feel like this is the ride of the freaking century. 73 gold in savings. Nah, girl, just extimulo potions, the base, costs you 25 gold if you were to purchase it in the shops. You save about 13 gold there. It depends on how far you're pinching those galleons, my friends, and I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Healing potions, you only save about 4 gold if you brew them, if you purchase everything to buy them yourself. Invigoration drafts, those cost 30 gold if you were to buy them in the shop. So that's about 9 gold worth of savings. That's up to you. I ain't gonna judge. Potent extimulo potions clock in at 75 gold a piece if you were to buy them in the shop. So paying 66 gold to get all of the ingredients is only gonna save you about 9 gold. Strong extimulo potions cost 50 gold if you were to buy them in the shop, and it's 36 gold if you're going to complete that. So that's 14 gold. That's another one that's like up to your discretion whether or not you're gonna buy it or not. Strong invigoration draughts, on the other hand, are a little bit more. If you were to buy them in the store, cost 80 gold. Meanwhile, they only cost 39 gold if you're able to sit there and wait for them. So that's about 41 gold in savings. Wit sharpening costs 50 gold, and again, that's 27 gold to auto-complete it. So 23 gold saved. That's about half off. And then tonic for trace detection. Literally don't buy any of the items to complete this. If you're out of rampant horns cost 30 gold a piece, and that's the one that's hardest for me to get my hands on. But you need 2 of those, which means you're gonna pay 60 gold anyway and be burning through all of these other things. So like, just use that 60 gold and go buy one and get one right now. Literally, because it costs 102 gold to complete it, which means that they're actually upcharging you 42 gold, which means in the shop it's a discount. So basically, never buy ingredients to complete and brew for tonic for trace detection. I'm pretty sure I did this like 2 days ago before I'd completed all of this research, and now I'm kicking myself because last minute decision. I thought I had enough data to do this, but of course I jumped the gun and I don't actually have enough data to let you know what is most valuable to do in your gold cauldron versus your regular cauldron. So we're just gonna call this the regular cauldron. I have to calculate things out for the gold cauldron instead, because there's a bunch of calculations that has to go into that, because of course it's a paid thing as well. Plus then I have to figure out how much it costs to finish, so how much gold per hour each anyway. That's gonna be a whole nother data set. So if you wanna know about cost to finish immediately versus just letting it sit there and brew, that's gonna have to be a separate video. But as it turns out, the best one to just buy the ingredients if you need them is DRAUGHT, and then one after that is going to be BARRUFIOS Brain Elixir, and then the Strong Invigoration Draught. Those are the ones that you probably just shouldn't even bother buying in the store and just let them brew on their own. As for the things you use every day, extimulos and trace detection tonics. Trace detection tonics are a never buy to brew ever. Those are a no-go. Don't ever do that. Stimulos, these are the things that you're going to be using every day that you have to do on a case-by-case basis. I would say that if you're missing just like a few snowdrops to complete out an extimulo and you just want to let it sit there and brew, I would say that the basic stimulo is definitely go ahead and do that. The strong extimulo depends on the ingredient, depends on your desperation. I would say that's up to your discretion. Run the numbers. I will of course have a Google sheet with all of these tables and all these calculations in it, so if you're interested in that, all of that's going to be in the link in the doobly-doo. Potent extimulo, that's another one that's just like, it depends on what you're looking at. If it's the 6 snowdrops that you need, probably not. Unicorn hair, definitely not. Don't even bother. But again, you have to weigh that against the buying price, which is 75 gold. So that's up to you. You have to run those calculations for yourself on the spot. I'm going to try and run my calculations for the gold cauldron so I can have that continuation of this out as soon as I can. Thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me. If you found any of this useful, make sure to hit the like button and run down there and subscribe for more. If you liked this video, make sure you go check out Is Wizards Unite Actually Free? That was a really interesting video to put together, and I like running these calculations and figuring these things out. So if you also like that, please let me know. Also, thank you to everybody who has stuck around this long. I know that you are probably my notification squad, and also thank you to all of you guys for sticking with me while Huffle Husband goes through it. I'm gonna try and be a little bit better on like, I don't know, I can kind of recognize the signs on when he's having another downswing. So if that happens, I'll make sure to hop on really quick onto like YouTube. Just like it'll probably be a really bad shot with me like not drinking my coffee and not, you know, not showered or anything like that, letting you know that Huffle Husband is having another downswing, so it might be a bit before I'm back on. So I'm gonna get better about notifying you guys here. Also, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody who has gone and hang out with me on Patreon. I do not deserve any money that you guys throw to me there. I built it because I was just like, well, here it is. So thank you so much for just supporting me over there. I really appreciate it. I still have so many plans and they're all in my head, and I want to do them all so badly. It's just life keeps getting in the way. Don't you worry, I still love this. This is still my passion project. I super love doing this. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I am going to go drink a lot of coffee. Remember that I love you always, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.